So, ayan. Hello guys, continue natin yung lecture natin. Okay, yung last time na tinuro ko sa inyo is yung 3D force. Then ngayon, sa friction naman tayo. Okay, so ano yung friction? So friction is a force that resists the movement of two contacting surfaces that slide relative to one another. And the force is directed in opposition to the existing motion between surfaces. So paano natin siya i-explain na maayos? So tingnan natin itong first figure na to, okay? So kung titingnan natin, meron tayong applied weight dito sa box na to. Okay, so hindi applied weight. So meron siya self-weight, for example. Okay, so meron tayong weight nitong box na to, wooden box. Then due to uh, Newton's third law of motion, since naka-rest siya doon sa surface, so since dahil sa third law of motion, meron yang magko-contradict, meron diyang magko-contradict or mag-oppose na force that is normal din. Okay? Or same lang or parallel dito sa direction ng weight natin, W. And yan yung tinatawag nating normal force, N. Okay? And dito naman sa second figure, kung titingnan natin, meron tayong self-weight, W. Then due to third law of motion ni Newton, meron siyang normal force dito, N. Okay? And kung titingnan natin, meron tayong in-apply na force P na ang mangyayari is tinutulak niya to the right. Okay? Tinutulak niya pa kanan yung object na to. Okay? So, meron tayong force P na ang mangyayari or ang tendency niya is ma-push yung box to the right. However, kung titingnan natin, yung surface natin is i-rough one, for example. Ano? So, halimbawa, rough yung surface natin. So, since rough siya, magkikiskisan itong part na to. Okay? Yung object saka yung surface. So, therefore, magkakaroon tayo ng frictional force dito. Okay? So, ito yun. F. Okay? And yung direction ng frictional force natin should be opposite dun sa direction ng force P natin or yung force na in-apply natin which tends to push or pull the object. Okay, so dito, kung titingnan natin, yung force P natin, ito, yung direction niya is to the right, di ba? So therefore, dapat opposite din yung direction ng frictional force natin. Kung ito to the right, yung force P natin, therefore, yung frictional force natin, yung direction niya should be to the left. Okay po? Then meron tayong tatlong uri ng friction. Okay, depende sa senaryo. So first, gawa tayo ng x and y axis. So itong x axis, so dito po yung applied force P natin. Okay? Then sa y axis naman, dito po yung frictional force natin. Okay? Sa first case, so 0, 0 at rest yan nandito. Okay? Then, habang tinataasan natin yung, ano ba tawag dito? Yung P natin, okay? So habang tinataasan natin siya, therefore, linear din siya dito sa F. Okay? Yan, hanggang ma-reach natin itong certain point na to. Okay? So, nakikita nyo guys, ano? So, at this area, itong part na to, okay? So, at part na yan, at sa part na yan, ang mangyayari dyan, ano? So, ang mangyayari dyan is hindi pa gagalaw yung object kasi kulang pa yung force P natin na in-apply kasi kaya pang i-resist nitong F. Okay? So, kung titingnan natin, at this point, yung P natin is equal to F lang din. Okay? Kasi linear siya. Okay, pa naintindihan nyo? So, ayan. Kung titingnan natin, hindi gagalaw yung object sa point na yan. Okay? And yung friction na tinatawag natin dyan is static friction. Okay? So, static friction. Okay? Tapos yan, once na na-reach tong certain point na to, itong pinaka-peak na to, so makikita natin dyan, FM yan, no? So makikita natin dyan na mag-i-start mag-move, okay? Or gumalaw yung object. Okay? So may nakikita tayo ditong impending motion. Okay? So meaning yan, dyan pa lang mag-i-start. Okay? So naiintindihan nyo naman, di ba? Tapos yan, okay? At this point na to, ito yung tinatawag nating limiting friction. And once na-reach natin itong peak na to, FM, so bababa na yan. Okay? Bababa na yan. Then, yung P niya, straight line na lang yan. Okay? Or habang tinataas natin yung P pala. Habang tinatasan natin yung value ng P, yung F is constant na lang. Okay? Yung frictional force natin is constant na lang. And at this point, so, nagmo-move na yung object. Okay? So, at this part, okay, yung kalahati niyan, so itong portion na to, ito yung tinatawag nating dynamic friction. Yung friction dyan, okay? Hindi na siya static, dynamic na. Kasi gumagalaw na. Okay? So, ayan. Ano ba yung formula natin for tawag dito? For static, for the friction. So, we have mu is equal, or F pala, is equal to mu times N. So, kapag static friction, so yung ginagamit po natin dyan is mu, okay? Then for the 0 to mu to eh. 0 to mu S. Then kapag limiting friction na, ang ginagamit na natin dyan, mu S. Then kapag dynamic, ang ginagamit na natin dyan is mu K. Okay? So ayan. And kung i-analyze natin yung mu S natin, okay, yung static friction natin is greater than the dynamic friction. Okay? As represented dito sa graph, kasi mataas yung peak natin dyan. So try natin i-erase para makita natin ulit. So ayan, kung titingnan natin, saan na yun? Okay, at this point, okay, nangyari. Magdodraw lang ko eh. Ganun. Yan. So yung F po natin dyan, this point, F is equal to US times the normal. Okay? So ito yung pinaka-formula natin. Ano ba siya? Automatic shapes. For the friction, F is equal to mu times N. Okay, next. Ano pa ba? Tignan natin. Next, we have yung mga formulas na. Okay? So, halimbawa, meron tayo ditong gawa tayo ng box. Okay? Then, meron tayong in-apply na forces. So, gawin natin P. Okay? Then, meron siyang tawagin nating angle. Beta. Okay? Then, meron tayong self-weight nitong box. Tawagin nating W. Okay? Then, assume natin nasa rough surface siya, no? Okay, surface yan. Then, meron tayong normal force dyan na mag-o-oppose. So, since rough din yung surface, so magkakaroon tayo ng friction. Okay? So, ito. normal force. Then, meron tayong frictional force dyan. F. Okay? So, wait, ayusin natin. Okay. And kung titingnan natin, yung F saka N, using parallelogram law, ano ba to? So, gawa tayo ng same dito na same magnitude din sa frictional force natin. So, apply natin yung yung parallelogram law dito. Okay? Then, sa dito. Okay? Then, next, makakagawa tayo ng resultant. Okay? So, yung diagonal niya. So, ito yung resultant natin. Okay, ito F, ito N. Okay? Then, meron tayong theta dyan. Okay? So, yung theta na yan, ipan pa natin. So, kung titingnan natin yung theta, tan theta, that is equal to, using trigo, is equal to F over N. Okay? So, therefore, yung theta po natin, is inverse tangent ng F over N. So, yung theta po, yan po yung tinatawag nating angle of friction. And ito, applicable siya sa lahat ng case. So, mapa-static, mapa-dynamic, mapa-limiting. Okay? Okay? Then next, meron din tayong tinatawag na angle of limiting friction. So, ano yung angle of limiting friction? So, yung angle of limiting friction, so yan po yung maximum value of angle of friction. And usually denoted siya as tan alpha. Okay? That is equal to yung maximum friction natin. So, yung maximum friction natin, di ba kung matatandaan ninyo, so ipan ko ulit ito. Okay? So, yung maximum friction natin, nangyayari dito. Okay? At impending motion. Right? So, balik tayo dito. F max over N, that is equal to US times N over N. Then, cancel natin yung N. So, we have US. Okay? So, we have alpha is inverse tangent ng. Okay? So, yan yung mga formulas natin dito. Baba. So, ito, for impending motion lang siya. Okay? So, kapag mag-start na mag-move, okay na? Then, next, ano pa ba? Nalagay na ba natin yung mga formulas? So, okay na, di ba? Okay, lagay natin to figure na to. lang ah. Okay, yan. Okay na. So ito, kung titingnan natin, okay, so formula natin for static friction, mu s is equal to F over N. Then sa coefficient of kinetic friction, mu k is F over N lang din yan. Ano? Then yung angle of friction, na-discuss ko na kanina. Okay. Then for the angle of limiting friction, tan alpha is equal to mu s. Okay. Then ano pa? Check natin yung nasa handouts. Okay. So meron din tayong belt friction. So ano nangyayari kapag may belt friction? Lagay natin to sa baba. So ito, kadalasan nangyayari to sa mga pulleys ano, and belts. Ito. So ayun, kung titingnan natin dito sa figure, ito na yun. Titingnan natin dito sa figure, meron tayong pulley or ano tawag dito, drum. Okay? So meron tayong dalawang force, T2 and T1. Ano? So kapag frictionless, if frictionless, yung pulley natin or drum, so we have T1 is equal to T2. Okay? However, kapag may friction, so kapag may friction dito sa portion na to, hindi siya kita. Ibahin natin yung kulay. Pula. So kapag may friction na dito, okay, sa contact surface, between ng belt sa kanang drum or ng pulley, okay? So ito na yung ginagamit nating formula. We have T2 over T1 is equal to E times mu S times the beta, where T2 should be the tension in the part of the belt that pulls. Okay? So kung titingnan ninyo dito sa figure, may kamay. Okay? And dapat yung T2 po must be larger in value than T1. Again, yung T2 must be larger in value than T1. Hindi pwede yung maliit yung value yung nasa numerator natin. Okay? So dapat yung numerator natin, mas mataas yung value niya kaysa yung denominator. Okay? So yung T1, mas maliit yung value natin sa T2. Okay? Then equals E. Yung E po natin, yan po yung Euler. Okay? Yung Euler constant. Right? Then yung mu S, yan po yung static. Okay? Static friction natin, coefficient. Then yung beta po. Okay? So yan po yung angle. Yung contact angle. So halimbawa, dito nag-start yung contact ng belt sa kanang pulley. Nandito, tapos nag-end dito. Okay? So yung subtended angle po niyan, which is ito, okay, that is equal to the beta. Tama? So, yan. So, yung beta should be expressed in radians. Okay? So, dapat i-convert mo siya sa radians kung naka-angle siya. Okay? Then, halimbawa, kapag yung na-compute nating beta is greater than 2 pi, so yung 2 pi po natin, kung matatandaan ninyo, that is equal to 360 degrees, di ba? So, isang cycle na yan, isang ikot na yan. Okay? Kasi merong mga case wherein, halimbawa, ito yung pulley natin, ano? So, ito yung sentro ng ano, then meron tayo diyang belt. Meron tayong nilagay diyan na belt. Halimbawa, ito yung dito natin. Then, ni-rotate pa natin siya ng ilang beses. Nakaisa. Wait lang, ayusin natin. Nakaisa siya. So, ito naka 360 na siya, di ba? Then, inulit pa natin ikot. Okay? Yan, nakadalawa na siya. Tapos, yan. Okay? So, ito yung T1 natin. Pag ganyan, ano? So, a rope is wrapped around n times around the post. Then, beta is equal to 2 pi n. Okay? Where n is yung ilang beses nating inikot. kung ilang beses nating inikot yung rope or yung belt na yon. Okay? So, kung dalawang beses natin inikot, yung N natin is equal to 2. Okay? Then, kapag 1.5, isa't kalahati lang natin siyang inikot. So, 1.5, 1.5 times 1.5 yung N natin. Okay? Then, kapag apat na beses natin siyang inikot, yung N natin, that is equal to 4. Okay? So, ganun din lang naman. Okay po? So, ayan. Na-discuss ko na yung sa belt friction. So, let's try to solve some problems here na. So, sample problem 1 muna tayo. Dito kaya natin tong ganyan lang. Okay. So, yan. Problem 5. To prevent the ladder weighing 600 newtons from sliding down, the man exerts a horizontal force at C. So, basahin natin. So, para ma-prevent daw, ano? So, meron tayong ladder weighing 600 newton from sliding down, the man exerts a horizontal force at C. So, nandito yung C natin, okay? Then, nag-apply ng force yung lalaki. Right? Then, the coefficient of friction at A is equal to 0.2. So, ito, yung mu natin dyan, that is equal to 0.2. Then, sa surface B naman, frictionless siya. So, meaning, walang friction dito sa surface B natin. So, A, what is the vertical reaction at A? B, what is the horizontal reaction at A? Then, part C, what is the horizontal force exerted by the man at C? So, analyze natin. So, meron tayong weight ng ladder dito. So, yung weight po, nag-act yan sa center. Okay? So, lagay natin dyan. So, we have weight that is equal to 600. Okay? Then, meron tayong in-apply na force horizontal sa C to prevent the ladder to slide down. Okay? So, meaning, magsa-slide siya. So, parang, ito yung ladder. Pa nag-slide down siya. Okay? So, meaning, pababa. Diba? So, yung movement ng A, papunta doon. Then, yung B is pababa. Okay? So, since ganito yung movement, pwede na natin ma-analyze yung direction ng friction. Okay? So, sa A, since to the left yung movement natin, ng pag-slide natin, so therefore, yung mag-o-oppose niyan is ito, to the right. Okay? Na frictional force at A. Okay? Then dito sa B, frictionless siya. So, wala tayong frictional force dyan. Right? Then ano pa? So, meron tayong F at A. Then, meron tayong normal force dito. Okay? Sa contact, sa point A, tawagin nating NA. The next, ano pa? Meron din tayong normal force dito. Tawagin natin normal force at B. Okay. Kompleto na ba tayo sa mga forces? Kompleto na. Okay, then pwede na tayo mag-solve. So, paano natin siya isosolve? Una, gawin natin. So, part A, what is the vertical reaction at A? So, tuloy ang gawin natin, analyze natin itong mga dimensions nito. So, itong part na to, kulayan natin na hindi siya pwede pa straight. That is equal to ilan? Isin natin. So, yan. Ito. So, we have 1.5 plus 4.5. So, ilan ba yung dimensions nito? So, we have 1.5 plus 4.5. We have 6 meters. So, itong side na to, that is equal to 6 cosine 30 degrees. Okay? So, dapat kabisado nyo na yung trigo. Okay? So, we have 3 square root of 3. Or pwedeng, okay, 3 square root of 3 na lang. 6 cosine 30. Then, ito naman, that is equal to 6 sine 30. Okay, 6 sine 30. So, we have 3. Then, ito, that is equal to 4.5. So, 30 degrees din ito. Okay, so 4.5 sine 30. We have 2.25. 2.25 yan, okay? Then ito, ilan ba to? So, kung titingnan natin, nasa sentro siya ng ladder. So, kapag pinoject natin siya, vertical or horizontal pala, so hati lang yan. So, that is equal to 3 square root of 3 over 2. Okay? Galing yan dito. Okay? Yung kalahati. Right? So, part A, solve natin yung part A. What is the vertical reaction at A? Ano yung vertical dito sa part A? Itong NA. So, NA is unknown. So, paano natin yan masosolve? Summation forces, vertical, pwede? Okay. So, we have summation of forces, vertical is equal to 0. So, ano yung, equate na lang natin yung upward sa downward. Yung upward natin is NA. Then, yung downward natin is 600. Okay? So, meron na tayo. Solve na natin yung part A. Part B naman, so what is the horizontal reaction at A? So, itong FA na to. Okay, so we have FA. Formula natin for frictional force, that is equal to mu S times N. Yung mu S natin, that is equal to 0.2 times 600. So, that is equal to ilan? 0.2 times 600, we have 120. 120 Newton. Okay, nakuha na natin yung part B. Next, part C. What is the horizontal force exerted by the man at sea? So, ano ba yung value daw nito? So, para makuha natin yan, magmo-moment tayo dito sa B. Okay? So, we have moment at B is equal to 0. Kasi, computed na ang FA sa KNA natin, So, yung force at C na lang, yung di natin alam, okay? So, moment about B is equal to 0, clockwise is positive. Unahin natin yung 600, so about B, magkakos siya ng counterclockwise, so negative yan. Times its moment arm, we have 3 times square root of 3 over 2. Next, we have force at C, magkakos siya ng counterclockwise. So we have negative times force at C times its moment arm. We have ilan? 2.25. Okay? Next, yung FA natin, magkakos siya ng counterclockwise about point B. So therefore, negative. Ano yung value natin? 120 times its moment arm. Ilan ba? Ito, 3. Then next, we have normal force at A. So, magkakos siya ng clockwise, di ba? Magkakos siya ng clockwise about point B. So, positive. Then, its moment arm, ilan ba yan? So, we have 3 square root of 3. Then, set natin equal to 0. Then, solve for the horizontal force that is exerted by the man at point C. So, copy natin yung lahat. Negative 600 times 3 square root of 3 over 2 minus x times 2.25 minus 120 times 3 plus 600 times 3 square root of 3. That is equal to 0. Then solve for x. Ilan ba yung makuha natin? So we have 532.82. So ibig sabihin daw, 532.82 yung kailangan i-exert na force ng lalaki para hindi mag-slide down yung ladder. And yan yung answer natin for part C. Yan. Next problem tayo. Saan naman? So, problem 6. The crate has a mass of 50 kilograms. Mu S natin, 0.25. Mu K natin is 0.20. Then, titingnan natin mayroon tayong crate dito. No? Then, meron tayong applied na force P. Right? Then, yung surface natin is inclined 30 degrees from the horizontal. Then, ano yung mga inahanap? Letter A, determine the minimum horizontal force P required to hold the crate from sliding down the plane. Then, B, determine the minimum force P required to push the friction up the plane. Then C, determine the minimum force P required to keep it moving up the plane. So, first case muna tayo, part A. So, meron tayong mga given dito, ano? US is equal to 0.25. Okay na, ito na. So, hindi ko na ika-copy. Try natin to. Yun. So, i-redraw na lang natin. Ano ba to? Tinatamad ako sa mag-drawing. Screenshot na lang natin. Yan. Tapos, sa part A, kung i-analyze natin siya, so determine the minimum horizontal force P required to hold the crate from sliding down the plane. Ano mangyari? Magsa-slide down daw yung plane, yung movement niya. Okay, pababa. So kapag pababa, yung frictional force natin is opposite doon, pataas siya. Okay? So dito, yung F natin. So we have F dito. Then meron tayong weight, yung self-weight ng crate natin, that is equal to 50 kilograms. So weight is equal to 50 kilograms. So since ito 30 degrees, so dito 30 degrees din yan. Okay? So itong part na to, so gawa tayo ng axis. So ito tawagin natin as y-axis na lang ito. Tapos ito yung x-axis. Okay? So parang ni-rotate lang natin siya. Ito 'di ba yung original, parang ginanito natin siya. Okay? So na-imagine nyo naman 'di ba? So ito yung F. So ito, resolve natin into components. So that is equal to 50 times 9.81. That is equal to ilang newtons ba? So 50 times 9.81. So we have 490.5. So ito, that is equal to 490.5 cosine 30. Lakihan tuloy natin. Ulitin natin para mas lakihan natin yung figure. Kasi hindi tayo makapagsulat ng maayos eh. Parang may ano, masyadong masikip. Ito yan. Pwede na siguro. So, ito yung y-axis natin. Then ito yung x-axis natin. Unahin natin yung self-weight. So, nandito yung center. Nandito yung weight natin. So, we have weight that is equal to 490.5, di ba? Then next, solve natin siya into components. So, yung una is ito. So, we have W cosine 30 degrees. Kasi ito 30 degrees to ano. Okay? So, that is equal to ilan? 490.5 cosine 30. So, we have 424.785. Then next, meron tayong x component yan that is equal to W sine 30 degrees. That is equal to ilan? So, sine 30 naman. So, we have 245.25. Okay. Okay na tayo. Then, meron tayong normal force dito. Then, meron tayong, kasi yung tendency is magsa-slide down, di ba, yung crate. So, therefore, yung frictional force natin, upward siya, yung direction. Upward to the right. So, ito yung F natin. Next, yung P, pwede natin i-resolve into component. Meron bang given P? Wala. So, ito. So, ito, 30 degrees din yan, okay? Kasi ito 30, di ba? Ito 30. So, parang ganito lang din siya, no? So, magka-equal, magkapareho yan. So, ito, that is equal to P cosine 30. Then, next is pababa siya. Yung pababang component niya, we have P sine 30. Okay. Next, gawin natin summation of forces na tayo. Ano? So, summation of forces vertical muna tayo. Bayin natin kulay. Itim na. So, upward is positive. Equate natin yung mga upward forces sa downward forces. So, ano yung mga upward natin? So, we have N. N is equal to yung W, yung mga pababa natin. So, we have 424.785. Tapos, we have P sine 30. So, isolate natin yung, ito, yung constant natin. So, we have P sine 30 minus N is equal to negative 44.785. Then, kawan natin as equation 1. Next, equation 2 tayo. Horizontal naman is equal to 0. So, ano yung mga, equate natin yung, ano, pa-leftward sa right, sa pa-rightward na forces. So, ano muna yung mga pa-rightward? So, we have P cosine 30. Tapos we have F. That is equal to ilan? So, eto, F natin, that is equal to, since hindi pa naman nag-slide talaga, like yung constant na sliding, so we use static friction, that is equal to mu s times n. So, yung mu s po natin, 0.25. Okay. Plus F is equal to 245.25. Then we have, ano pa? So, substitute natin yung F natin. Okay na. So, meron tayong two equations. We have two equations, two unknowns. Mode 5, 2. Okay, input natin yung mga dalawang equations. So, we have sine 30 sa A. Sa B naman, negative 1. Then, negative 424.785 sa C. Then, sa equation 2 naman, cosine 30 sa A. 0.25 sa B. Then, sa C natin is 245.25. Then, solve for the P and N. So, yung P natin, we have 140.313 Newton. Then, for the N naman, we have ilan? 494.941. So, yung hinanap dito is yung minimum horizontal force P. So, nakuha na natin. Okay? Next, part B. Gawin natin pababa. So, yung minimum force P naman daw, required to push the friction up the plane. So, kanina, pababa, ngayon, paakyat na. Okay, baliktad na. Copy na lang natin ito. Then, burahin na lang natin yung mga ano, yung mga nakasulat. Actually, same lang din eh. Except dito, sa direction ng F natin. Okay? So, kanina, yung movement natin, ano, is pababa, di ba? So, kanina, pababa. So, therefore, yung F natin is pa ganito. Ito yung movement, slide down siya. So, yung F natin is paakyat. Pero ngayon, paakyat na yung movement ng crate natin. So, therefore, yung direction ng frictional force natin is pababa na. So, nandito na yung F natin. Okay? So, we have F dot is equal to mu S times N pa din. Okay? So, gawa tayo ng equation. So, Fy, 0. So, part B ito. Fy, equate natin yung pababa sa ano. So, we have W cosine, ilan ba to? 490.5 cosine 30. 490.5 cosine 30. So, we have 424.785. Okay? So, ayan. So, ito yan, ano? So, ngayon, Fy natin, yung pababa, 424.785 plus P sine 30 is equal to N. So, isolate natin yung, ano, yung constant. So, ito, equation 1 lang din. Then, for the equation 2, summation of forces. So, kung titingnan natin dun sa previous part A natin, same lang yung equation 1 natin, no? Sa part B. Pero magkakaiba yan sa summation of x kasi nagbago na yung direction ng frictional force natin. Yung frictional force lang naman yung nagbago eh. Okay? So, paano ba yan? So, yung to the left muna, P cosine 30 is equal to 245.25 plus F. Then, lipat natin sa left side itong F na to. So, we have P cosine 30 minus 0.25 N is equal to 245.25. And yan yung equation 2 natin. Then, we have two equations. Solve two equations to unknowns. Mode 5-1. So, sine 30 minus 1, negative 44.785. Sa second equation, cosine 30 equals negative 0.25 equals then 245.25. Then, solve for P and N. So, yung P po natin, we have 474.27. Then, for the N naman, we have ilan? We have 661.92. Ano ba yung hinanap sa part 2? Minimum force P, ano? So, nakuha na natin yung part 2. Next naman, part C. So, yung hinanap sa C is yung minimum force P required to keep it moving up the plane. Okay. So, ang mangyayari, instead of using 0.25, kasi yung mu K po natin, that is equal to 0.3. Okay. So, C. So, copy na lang natin yung equation 1. So, summation of Fy is equal to 0. We have P sine 30 minus N is equal to negative 424.785. Yan yung equation 1 natin. Then for the equation 2, so instead na 0.25, 0.30 na. Okay? 0.30 ba? Check na natin. 0.20 pala. Sorry. So, 0.20 yung UK natin. So, instead of 0.25, 0.2 na. So, we have P cosine 30 minus 0.2 N is equal to 245.25. Ito yung equation 2 natin. Then solve. So we have P is equal to ilan? 0.5, -1. So yung P po natin, we have 431.07. Then yung N po natin, that is equal to ilan? 640.32. Okay? So yung answer po natin dyan is ito. Okay? So, ayan. Kuha ba guys? So, pa natin. So, ito, picturean nyo. Then, yung sa baba. Okay na? Ito naman sa baba. Okay na, then problem 3 tayo. Ayan, problem 7 tayo. So, if the coefficient of static friction at the contact points A and B, so meron tayong points A and B dito, ano, is mu s equal to 0.4. Determine the following if the girl is 75 pounds and the plank is 20 pounds. So, A is the reaction at A. Hanapin natin yung reaction at A or the RA. Okay. Then next, we have the reaction at B, RB. Then minimum distance, D can girl stand on the plank without causing it to slip. Okay. So, ano yung distance D natin? Okay pa, so paano natin i-solve yung mga unknowns natin? So, una analyze natin yung problem. So, meron tayong mga given weight ng girl that is equal to, bang kulay natin? Blue. So, we have 75 pounds. Then, yung weight ng plank natin, which is nasa gitna, that is equal to 20 pounds. Okay? Ano pa ba? So, meron tayong mu s or coefficient of static friction that is equal to 0.4. Tama? So, yung mu s po natin, that is equal to 0.4. Then, analyze na natin tong buong figure na to. Okay? So, di natin alam, di ba? Di natin alam kung ano yung magsa-slide down dyan and magsa-slide up, di ba? So, halimbawa, ito yung plank na inaapakan nung girl, di ba? So, ito yung point A. Kikita nyo, ito yung point A. Then, ito yung point B. Okay? So, habang nagwo-walk or naglalakad yung babae to the right, so, pwedeng gumanon yung plank or pwedeng gumanon. Okay? So, kapag gumanon, itong point A yung magsa-slide down, then ito yung magsa-slide up. Okay? Then, kapag gumanon, yung point A yung magsa-slide up, then ito yung magsa-slide down. Okay? So, paano natin makukuha kung ano yung magsa-slide up and magsa-slide down? Okay? So, kung titingnan natin, i-check natin yung angle. So, ito, 60 degrees, then ito, 45 degrees. So, syempre, yung mas malaking angle, yung mas mataas yung tendency na magsa-slide down kasi medyo matarik eh, di ba? So, pwede mag-slide down, mas mabilis mag-slide down or mas madali mag-slide down kapag nasa greater angle ka. Okay, between 60 and 45, syempre, doon tayo sa 60 degrees. So, sa 60 degrees, doon tayo magsa-slide down. Okay, so, unang assumption natin yan. Okay, then, yung sa point B na, yung magsa-slide up. So, kapag magsa-slide down ito, okay, So, kapag mag-slide down itong point A, paano ba to? So, ganito yung direction niya. So, therefore, yung force natin dyan, frictional force, is pa ganito, pataas, okay? Then, since itong point B naman yung mag-slide up, okay? Ito yung F natin. Okay? So, ayan. Na-distinguish na natin yung direction ng frictional force. Assumption pa lang naman yan, ano? So, ayan. So, ito, pag ganito yung FA natin, then yung FB naman natin, is pag ganito. Okay? Then, ano pa ba? Yung mga normal force natin dito sa point A, is ito. Then, ito pa. Isa. Okay na? So, ayan. Ano pa yung next? So, paano natin siya masasolve? Yung mga reaction at A, reaction at B. Unknown yung NA, unknown yung FA. So, paano natin makuha yung reaction at A? Unknown din yung NB, unknown din yung FB. So, paano natin makuha yung reaction at B? So, next, gawin natin, check natin itong US na to. Okay, so, balikan natin yung diniscuss natin. Wait lang, ipan ko lang sa taas. So, kung titingnan natin dito, ano? Saan na yun? Ito. Okay? So, kung titingnan natin, yung R, di ba? Saan yun? Ito. Ito yung N, ito yung R, ito yung F. Then, ito yung theta. Okay? So, using that relationship, pwede natin masolve yun. So, balikan natin dito. So, memorize nyo to guys, ano? Kabisiduhin nyo to. So, yung resultant natin, which is yung reaction lang din. Okay? Saan na yun? Sa baba pa. Okay, ito. So, ito, nandito yun, di ba? Yung reaction at A natin. Right? Tapos, ano pa ba? So, kung titingnan natin, ano, yung theta, di ba? So, ito yung N, ito yung R, then, ito yung F. F din ito. Ito din yung F. Okay, then N ito. Ito yung R, yung diagonal. Andito yung theta. So, we have tan theta is equal to F over N, di ba? Okay. So, kung titingnan natin, yung maximum yung kinoconsider natin wherein pwede na mag-slide yung girl. So, therefore, yung F over N natin, that is equal to 0.4. Okay? So, yung theta po natin, that is between ng R and ng N. So, nandito po yan. Okay, yung theta. Right? Then, solving, ayusin natin ito. Para hindi tayo mahirapan. So, ulitin natin. Nandito yung N. Nandito yung N, di ba? Nandito yung R. Then, nandito yung F. Then, nandito yung theta. Yung theta, nasa between siya ng R sa kanang N. Okay? Pero dito sa figure, parang nirotate lang natin siya. So, from the figure, ito yung magiging ano natin. So, ito yung NA. Ito yung NA. Ito yung RA. Then, ito yung FA, di ba? Okay. So, ito, 60 degrees ito. Ito, 90. 90 yan. So, therefore, ito, triangle. So, ito, 30. Okay, para maging 180 degrees siya. So, ito, Ito yung theta natin. Okay, which is ito. Right? Tapos, next, pwede natin makuha yung theta. Kung titingnan natin, di ba? Tan theta is equal to F over N. Pero since yung F and N natin is unknown, so FA ito, then NA. So, meron tayo ditong, na-discuss ko kanina. Ito. Kapag impending, di ba siya Ito. So, yung alpha natin is equal to arctan ng mu s natin. So, meron tayong given na mu s, which is 0.4. Okay, that is equal to mu s lang din. Then, so yung theta natin, ilan ba yan? So, arctan ng 0.4. So, make sure naka-degrees tayo, no? Hindi naka-radian. So, we have 21.8. So, we have 21.8 degrees. Ito. Okay? Then, ano pa? So, 21.8, actually, hindi siya hindi siya straight line ito. Mali-mali yung pakaano natin. So, inassume natin na straight line siya. Okay, so therefore, yung natin, somewhere nandito yun. 21.8 degrees. So, nandito yun. Yung RA natin. Okay? So, ito, 21.8 or yung theta natin. Okay? Hindi natin ma-assume na straight line yun. Pababa lang agad, okay? Kasi, di natin alam yung degree. So, assume natin na ganito yung theta niya, 21.8 degrees. Saan na tayo? Wait lang. Hello. Hello. Ba't walang, okay na. So, yan. Akala ko kasi nakamit na. So, ito, theta. Then, di natin alam yung component dito. Ano yun? Kulay pula to yun. So, ito, kung ito 21.8 degrees, so, ito, ano ba yung value nito? So, tawagin natin as alpha. Okay? So, kung ito, 60 degrees, So, ito, 60 degrees. Okay? So, ito, perpendicular, 30 din ito. So, ito, kung titingnan natin yung NA sa kaya FA, ano yan? Tawag dito? Perpendicular yung NA sa FA. Okay? So, since, check natin, kung ito, 30 degrees, so magbabawas tayo ng 90. So, ito, yung angle nito, that is equal to 60 degrees, di ba? Kasi perpendicular nga ito eh. Tama, di ba? So, kung titingnan natin yung alpha natin, that is equal to 60 minus 21.8. Ilan yung natira? 60 minus 21.8. So, we have 38.2. Okay? So, ito, 38.2 yung natin. Ayusin natin yung figure natin dito. So, may mali tayo dito eh. Ito yung FA. Ito, yung sinasabi ko. Perpendicular yan. Ito. Yung NA saka FA. Okay? Isin natin. So, yung natin, yung RA po, nandito yan. Ito yung RA natin. Ito yung theta. Ito yung alpha. Okay? Okay na? Then ito, 60 degrees po yan. Okay? So, nakuha na natin yung alpha. Pwede na natin makuha yung component ng RA. So, itong part na to, which is ito lang din yan, yung broken line dito. Okay? That is equal to RA cosine alpha. Then, to the x naman, Ito, RA sin alpha. Okay? Then, okay na tayo ba? Okay na tayo dito, ano? So, yung point B naman, yung i-analyze natin. So, sa point B, so ito yung NB, ito yung FB, kasi natin yung ano, hindi siya straight eh. Ito na siguro yan. Ito yung FB, ito yung NB, ano? Then yung RA, RB naman is nandito yan. Okay, para makuha natin yan, so ito, RB. So ito tawagin nating theta B. Okay? So tawagin natin theta A ito. Saan yun? Theta A. Then ito theta A din. Theta A. Yun. So theta B. Okay? So para makuha natin yung theta B, so we have tan theta B is equal to FB over NB which are unknown pero equal siya sa US. So theta B is equal to arctan ng 0.4 that is equal then to 21.8 degrees. Okay? So ito, 21.8 degrees ito. And kung titingnan natin, ito 45, ito 90. Diba? So since ito 45 lang din. Okay, then ito 90. Okay? So ito 90, 21.8. So we have, ano ba to? So we have, ito 90 ito. Ano? So 90 degrees yan. And ito, paano ba to? Okay. So ang kukunin natin dito, ano? So we have 21.8. Then, nakuha na natin yung theta B. Yung theta B, ano? So, i-add natin dito. So, that is equal to ilan? 45 degrees. Okay, so computing natin itong, tawagin natin siya as beta. Okay, yung 45 degrees, ito po yan. Ano? So, nasaan yung RB dito sa figure natin? So, nandito po yan. Ito yung RB. So, in between, yung theta B, in between RB and NB po, ano? So, ito yung theta B natin. Okay, plus natin sa 45. So, we have beta is equal to 45 plus 21.8 or yung alpha B natin, that is equal to ilan? So we have 66.8 degrees. Okay, then i-ano natin, i-redraw natin yung figure para mas ma-visualize natin ng maayos, okay? Wait lang ah. Copy ko lang yung figure nung girl. Sana yun? Hindi siya ma-slide. Wait lang ah. Pa rin ba? Yun. Tapos, ayusin natin. Pwede na siguro yan. Baba lang natin yung pan. 75, 25. So we have 75 pounds. Then ito, 25. Then, yung RA natin, nandito na. RA. Then yung theta natin, that is equal, ano pala? Tawag dito, alpha. Ito yung alpha natin. So, resolve natin into components. So, we have RA cosine. Yung alpha natin, that is equal to 38.2. Then yung x component, yeah, we have RA sine 38.2. Okay, baka may magtanong sa inyo kung saan galing yung alpha. Na-compute na natin kanina, no? So, mag-analyze tayo. So, next, ano pa ba? Sa point B naman, so, ito yung RB natin. So, nandito yung theta B. Ito kasi yung NB natin, di ba? Tapos ito yung FB. So, ito yung theta B. Ito, 45 degrees to. Okay, kasi ito, 45. Okay, ito, perpendicular. So, therefore, ito, that is equal to 66.8 degrees. So, burahin natin yung mga ano, unnecessary naman na. Okay, so ito, 66.8. So, therefore, resolve natin yung RB into Y and X component. So, ito, RB cosine 66.8. Then, ito naman, okay na. Then, next, pwede na tayo mag-solve ng reaction at A and B using summation of forces Y and X. Okay, so we have Fy muna, 0. So we have RA cosine 38.2 plus RB cosine 66.8 is equal to 75 plus 25, we have 100. Tama? So, ayan. Tama ba to? 75. 20 pala to. 20 pounds. So, we have 95. So, that is equal to 95. Okay, so ito yung equation 1 natin. Next, summation. Horizontal is equal to 0. So, we have RA sine 38.2 minus RB cosine. Ay, sine pala. Mali. Sine 66.8 is equal to 0. Yan yung equation 2. So, meron tayong dalawang unknowns, RA and RB, then dalawang equations. So, pwede na natin masolve yung RA and RB. Okay, so mode 5, then two unknown equations. So, sa A, cosine 38.2, then cosine 66.8 sa B, then sa C natin, 95. Then sa row 2 natin, sa second row, sine 38.2 sa A, negative sine 66.8 sa B, then 0 sa C. Solve for A and B. Reaction at A natin, that is equal to 90.4. And yung reaction at B natin, that is equal to 60.82 pounds. Okay, so nakuha na natin yung part A and B. So, ito yung answer natin. Part A, Ito naman yung part B. Next, ano pa ba? So, sa part C naman, yung hinahanap is yung minimum distance D. Can girls stand on the plank without causing it to slip? So, yung minimum distance daw, which is D, okay, na pwedeng tayuan ng babae na hindi nagsislip yung plank natin. So, paano natin makuha yung distance D? So, by means of moment, okay? So, meron tayo dito ang mga moment arm. Yung moment arm ng 75, so ito magmo-moment tayo about A, okay? Para makuha natin yung D. Kasi obvious naman, di ba? Obvious naman dito sa figure. Pwede na natin makuha yung D using moment. Alright? Then itong 20, yung moment arm niya. So since nasa gitna yan, so that is equal to 6 feet. Okay? Kalahati nitong 12. Okay? Then yung moment naman ng B. So meron tayong dalawang components. Hindi natin makakompute yung moment arm ng mismong reaction at B kasi mahirap yan. Ano? So resolve natin yung components. Then compute natin yung moment arm niya. Okay? Per component. So yung component ng B about y-axis, yung moment arm niya is 12. Pero dito, since dadaan naman siya dito sa AB, plank AB, so wala ito. Wala ito moment arm, okay? So mag-moment tayo about A is equal to 0. Clockwise is positive. So unahin natin yung 75. So magkako siya ng clockwise times moment arm na D. Then yung 20 pound natin. Yung moment arm niya is 6 feet. Then next yung vertical component ng B natin. So we have RB cosine 66.8. So, nakuha na natin yung mga values yan. Then, yung moment arm niya is 12. Okay, that is equal to 0. Then, solve for D. Ilan ba yun? So, yung RB natin, 60.82. 60.82 times cosine 66.8 times 12 minus 20 times 6 divided by 75. So, we have 2.23 feet. And yan yung answer natin sa part C. Okay? So, yan po. Next, problem ano tayo? Problem 4? So yan, problem 8. Meron daw worker which slowly moves a 50 kilogram crate to the left along a loading dock by applying a force P at corner B as shown. And knowing that the crate starts to tip about edge E of the loading dock when A is equal to 200 mm, determine the following. A, the coefficient of kinetic friction between the crate and the loading dock, and B is the corresponding magnitude P of the force. Okay? So, paano natin to isosolve? So, para ma-solve natin yan, gawin natin, analyze natin to figure. So, kung titingnan natin, dito sa figure na to, meron tayong A is equal to 0.2 meters, okay? So, therefore, yung matitira dito, that is equal to 0.9. Then, yung weight natin, nandito yan. Okay? Weight natin. So, yung weight, that is equal to 50 times 9.81. Ilan ba yan? 50 times 9.81. So, we have 490.5. Okay? So, yung natira dito sa taas, we have 1.2 minus 0.2. So, we have 1. 1.0 ito, no? Ito. 1.0. Okay? So, para makuha natin yung kinetic friction and magnitude P, okay? So, i-imagine natin yung loading dock na yan is magtitip na. So, ano mangyari kapag nagtitip na? So, ang mangyari, yung normal force, nandito yan sa tipping point, okay? So, lagi yan guys, kapag tipping yung involved, yung normal force, itatapat mo yun sa tipping point. Okay? Then, nandito din yung F natin. That is equal to mu times N. Okay? So, mu K times N. Okay? So, para makuha natin yung P, so pwede nang directly. So, ito, resolve natin into components. P cosine 15. Then, ito, P sine 15. Okay? So, para makuha natin yung P, kasi hindi pa natin makuha yung part A. So, pwede tayong mag-reverse engineering, kunin natin yung part B muna. Okay? So, ang gawin natin, para makuha natin yung P, eliminate natin yung F saka N dito sa baba. So, para ma-eliminate, mag-moment tayo about E. Okay? So, we have part B, summation of moments about E is equal to 0. Clockwise is positive. Unahin natin yung W. So, yung W, that is equal to 490.5. So, magkapa siya ng clockwise. Then, yung moment arm niya, which is ito, that is equal to, supposedly 0.6 yan, no? Pero bawasan natin ng 0.2. So, ito 0.4. Okay, ito 0.6. Then, ito 0.2. A yan. Okay, so we have 0.4. Then, next, we have P sine 50. So, magkaka siya ng counterclockwise. Times is moment arm, we have 0.4 plus 0.6, we have 1. Okay? Then, we have P cosine 15, magkaka siya ng counterclockwise. Times is moment arm, we have 0.9. Okay? Galing dito sa point E, ano? So, we have 0.9. Then, set natin equal to 0. Then, solve for P. We have ilan ba? So, we have 173.91. Isin natin. Okay? Nakuha na natin yung P. So, next, pwede tayo mag-summation of forces vertical is equal to 0. Okay? So, ito na yung answer natin sa part B. Paano ba to? Part A tayo. So, we have weight, 490.5 is equal to N, yung paatas naman, plus P sine 15. Then, solve for N. Ilan ba yun? So, yung N po natin, that is equal to 445.489 newtons. The next, summation of forces, horizontal is equal to 0. Okay, so we have yung to the right muna. So, we have MUK times N is equal to, ano pa ba? Ano ba pa? So, we have P cosine 15. So, mu K times 445.489 is equal to cosine 15. Then, yung mu K po natin, that is equal to 0.38. Okay? So, yan yung answer natin sa part A. Ayusin natin ito. So, yan yung answer natin sa part A. Okay? So, madali lang siya. Okay, ito yung problem 8 natin. Next naman, problem 9. Taas natin. So, yan. So, sa problem 9, determine the smallest horizontal force P required to lift the 200 kilogram crate. The coefficient of static friction, okay, at all contacting surfaces is mu s is equal to 0.3. So, yung coefficient of friction natin, static friction, sa lahat ng contacting surfaces that is equal to mu s 0.3. Then neglect the mass of the wedge. So solve for smallest horizontal force P. So paano ba yan? So analyze natin. Okay, meron tayong crate dito, then merong wedge sa ilalim, wedge B. Okay, so kukunin natin itong P. So paano natin makukuha yan? So una, analyze muna natin yung crate na to, 200 kilograms. Yung nakabox na yan, ano? So, analyze natin. So, ito yung box natin, yung crate. Then, meron tayong mga forces. Ano natin, W. That is equal to 200 times 9.81. That is equal to ilan? 1962. Okay, and the tendency nito, yung force P natin dito, ano? So, magkakos dyan sa wedge, mag-move to the right. Okay, so therefore, yung movement ng P is to the right. So, therefore, yung mga opposing forces dyan, yung frictional force, okay, so we have FA, then ito FB, okay, to the left yan, ano? Then, ano mangyayari? So, since pinupush ng P yung wedge, so ang mangyayari, aangat to, di ba? Aangat yang, tawag dito, yung crate na to. So, analyzing yung crate, ano, so magkakaroon tayo ng normal force dito kasi may contact dito, ano? So, we have, tawagin nating point C yan. So, NC. Then, ito, may normal force tayo dito, tawagin nating normal force at B. Then, itong FA, baliktad na siya. So, dito, FA na din, to the right na. Then, since paakyat yung movement ng crate natin due to the wedge kasi pinupush ng force P natin. So, therefore, magkakaroon tayo ng friction dito. Tawagin nating C. Okay? Then, next, kompleto na tayo, no? So, yung FA natin, that is equal to 0.3 NB. Then, yung FC natin, that is equal to 0.3 NC. The next, summation of forces tayo. So, 9 muna natin yung vertical. So, we have 1962 minus 0.3 NC minus NB is equal to 0. Okay, gawa tayo ng equation. So, we have NC, NB. Ay, NA muna pala. Ito. NA to. So, ayan. NA. So, we have 0.3 NC plus NA is equal to 1962. Yan yung equation 1 natin. The next, vertical is equal to 0. So, we have 0.3 NA minus NC is equal to 0. Okay? So, ayusin natin. So, we have negative NC plus 0.3. To equation 2. We have two equations to ano? Solve for NC and NA. Ilan ba yan? So, mode 5, 1. So, 0.3, 1, then 1962. Then sa second row, negative 1, 0.3, then 0. So, yung una, we have, ilan ba yung ano natin? NC natin? Tama ba? 540. Then yung NA natin, we have 1,800. Check nga natin. Analyze natin ulit ano. So, we have 0.3 NA is equal to NC. Negative 1962. 0.3 NC. Okay, mali yung ano na. Mali yung direction ng frictional force natin dito. Okay, so since paangat, ano, so ito pababa. Wait lang. Ito. So paangat kasi yung crate natin, so therefore, yung frictional force natin is pababa, okay? So F C is equal to 0.3. C, baguhin natin ito. So plus ito. 3. Then ito, negative 0.3. Okay na? So, ulitin nga natin. Negative 0.3, 1, 1962. Then sa equation 2, negative 1, 0.3, then 0. Okay, 646 then 2156. Okay. Okay na. So, yung NC natin, that is equal to 646.81. So, we have 646. Then yung NA natin, 2156.04. Okay, next, analyze natin yung wedge. So, baba natin. Yun. So, sa wedge part naman, ito yun. So, siguro shape na yung i-draw natin. Isa pa. Yung last one. Ano ba? Yun, pwede na yan. Tapos, ito yung mga forces natin. So, meron tayong force P. Okay. Then, ito yung NA natin, pababa na. Okay. Then, yung FA natin, kung to the right yan, dito. Kasi opposite na siya dito sa force P. So, ito na yung FA. May mga values na tayo dyan, ano? Kasi nakuha na natin yung NA. The next, we have, ano? Yung normal force natin at B. So, kung ito 15, so ito, resolve natin to component. So, we have NB. Ito 15 degrees to eh. So, we have NB cosine 15. Then ito, NB sine 15. Okay? Then meron tayong frictional force, FB. So ito magiging, that is equal to 0.3, di ba? Wait lang. 0.3 NB. So ito, 15 degrees din ito. Okay? So we have 0.3 NB cosine 15. Then itong vertical naman niya, so we have 0.3 NB sine 15 degrees. Okay? So check yung ano nyo lang, pansinin nyo lang yung mga broken lines then, dito sa point B. Okay? Then yung arrow natin sa point A. Okay? Then anong gawin natin? So summation of forces vertical tayo is equal to 0. So ano yung mga forces vertical natin? We have NA, then NB cosine 15 minus NB cosine 15. Then we have 0.3 pababa, ano? Plus 0.3 NB sine 15. 0. Then solve for NB, ilan ba yan? Meron na tayong NA guys, ano? So, 2156.04 minus x cosine 15 plus 0.3 times x sine 15 equal to 0. Solve for NB. You have 2427.21. Pero hindi yan yung hinahanap, yung P, ano? So, magsa-summation tayo. Horizontal is equal to 0. To the right, positive. So, we have P minus, yung FA natin, ilan ba yan? 0.3 ng NA minus NB sine 15 minus 0.3 NB cosine 15. Then equate natin sa 0. Solving for P, ilan ba? So we have 0.3 times 2156.04 plus 2427.21715 plus 0.3 2427.21 cosine 15. So we have 1978.37. And yan yung answer natin for problem 9. Okay? Okay na?